Hey everybody, welcome back to Farming Simulator 22, Scroft here. We're back on our career mode series for another episode. Really enjoying this one at the moment. I think it's just something a bit different. I've noticed that a lot of the fans of Farming Simulator, like all the community as a whole, seem to be kind of just like wanting something new nowadays. And I'm the exact same. Can't wait for FS25. It's technically been confirmed. We had a bit of a leak on Epic Games, so the game has actually been confirmed in its name being FS25, which kind of, points to everything that we've all been kind of speculating on to be true, that it is going to come out soon. Still think that on the 25th of this month, we're going to get some news. Just think it kind of adds up, 25, 25th, all that kind of stuff. And we got that first teaser from Giant Software yesterday. So the day I'm recording this, it was yesterday. We had a tiny little kind of like short, you could call it, it was a very short video. And it was basically just like the colour that matches the FS22 symbol. It's a bit difficult because the FS22 symbol, the blue part where the 22 says, it's kind of gradient anyway, so it's kind of darker at the bottom. But at the top and the overall kind of blue colour, it matches. And then basically what they were saying is we're going to green. So I'm going to put it up on the screen now. I made it in Photoshop. This is obviously not from Giants or anything. This is just me messing about in Photoshop. And this is what we should see for FS25. Super excited. Wanted to mention it because I haven't done an episode with Beanie on our BS Survival this week. Again, because she's busy. So I just thought, perfect time to kind of talk about it is now. But let's focus on this episode. We are in December, day 1, 9 a.m. Already been down to Arthur's, done the morning jobs, so fed all the cows, come back for a bit of breakfast. And we probably need to go and talk about the money because we've gone up again. We've been paid. But we are only 1 month away from a big month, which is when we hit year 2, technically, even though I think it will still say year 1, because I think that changes halfway through the year from when you start off. But it is I'm classing it as like year 2 starts off in January. I think that's probably the best thing to do. If it doesn't say anything different, I'll just say January year 1 still, for example. I think we started off in around August time. But yeah, it's technically the second year that we're going to be playing in, and I am going to be doing all my changes in there. So we've obviously got inflation, all that kind of stuff I was talking about recently, and we're also going to have to do our taxes. So let's have a look at our money. First thing I want to point out, in the last episode I talked about that I was going to use Alexa to kind of randomize 2 numbers, and I did that, and you can see that on the top of the income where it says pay rise for January year 2 is going to be 4%. That's the number she gave me for a pay rise, which I'm quite happy with. It's not a bad number. Falls in line really with what she did in the real world because inflation was higher. So I got 7% for inflation. Again, it was random. It could have been, I was basically giving her a number between 1 and 10. It's just had to pick 1 each time. She picked 4 first for the pay rise and 7 for the inflation, which basically means from January onwards, every single bill is going to go up by 7%. That's the way I'm going to do it. I'm not going to do, technically it'll all go up by 7%, but I'm going to do each individual bill on the right hand side there. I'm going to break it down and add it up by 7%. And then our pay rise is going to be 4%. So not too bad. We're obviously going to be paying more. It's kind of catching. That gap's obviously decreasing. But do you know what? That falls in line with the real world right now. Everything costs so much. Don't get me started on that because it's just ridiculous, let's be honest. But it is what it is. But yeah, we're going to have that in the game. Bit of inflation. And we're also going to have a pay rise. And you can see the monthly bills have gone out for this month. And we got paid as well. So we're sitting at £12,078. Now, this episode's important because we're going to have to spend quite a lot of money in comparison to what we normally spend because we need to get some lime. Our aim is to get down to Arthur's, have a quick chat with him. We're going to focus on that field. It is December, so there's not much else going on. But I do want to get down to Arthur and just say, right, we're going to start tackling this field that we're managing now, where half the income that we get at the end from selling it is going to go directly to us. So it's important that we go and start on that. We need 2 jobs really doing in this episode. We need to spread the lime, and then we're going to plow it. So let's head down to Arthur and get the ball rolling with this because it's going to be a big job. The plow itself, that's what's going to take the most amount of time, the plowing. I've had some food. Obviously, still early, so I'm quite rested, so I don't have to worry about that. But yeah, let's go down. I do need to get some fuel as well. Finally, this needs a bit of fuel, so we're going to go do that. I wish I could increase the fuel usage. It's one thing that's probably never actually been, spot on for me. In FS, I feel like, probably should go down a little bit quicker. Right, before we progress though, I just want to thank everybody, all my channel members, for all the support you show me. Really do appreciate it. This goes for all the Scroftopia members on this side here, and then my Ultimate members over here. Big shout out to all you guys. Without you, honestly, I don't think I'd be able to do what I do right now, which is getting part-time and try my best to make as many videos as I can. It's a bit different at the moment because obviously we're kind of coming to the end of FS22. As soon as we get a bit more news coming out with that, I'll start throwing out videos and talking about it. I want to have a good chat and see what everyone thinks, really, the news we're getting. Again, FarmCom, I'll do a few videos from that as well. But yeah, big shout out to all you. If I could actually find a way to put into words how much I really appreciate that, I would do it so you guys can understand from my side how much I really appreciate every single one of you, from either if you're on Ko-fi supporting me or you're on YouTube supporting me. I really do want to thank you all for that. It means the world to me. Right, let's crack on. Let's go get some fuel. That's going to be another expense, but then we're going to have to try and get some lime. Now, I wish I had a mod on, which was the field calculator mod, because I could probably from that judge how much lime I'm going to need, but I don't know if it's different with, you know, having precision farming, so I'll have to keep an eye out for that, because yeah, I might test it first basically just to see if it does that. Right, so let's refuel it from here and the money will go down. So we spent £64 on fuel, which is not too bad. We're still doing pretty well at that. At least we've got a full tank now. Bit of diesel in it. And let's head down to Arthur. Get the ball rolling. I do want to go straight out and pick up this lime. And then at the same time we want to get it spread. And then we'll start on the ploughing. We'll finish off in the afternoon by ploughing. And as soon as we start working, switch over to this farm. I usually like to put it to about times 10. Just so it's a bit of a challenge. I don't mind this bit being at times 1, you know, while we're kind of like faffing about. But yeah, when we actually get on the farm, I want to put it times 10. So it's a bit of a challenge. I mean, if we start managing more fields, I'll probably put it down to times 5, because I think times 10 is a bit difficult to kind of do a day's work. But, you know, if you put it on times 1, you can get so much done, really. You could probably do like a month's worth of work in a day. Well, we don't want to be doing that. There we go. Port there. Let's go knock on, speak to him. I've got a question I want to ask him about the straw as well, because I never got that clarified. Scroft arrives at work and goes to see Arthur. Arthur answers the door. Morning, Arthur. Here's my plan for the day. I'm going to buy the lime for field 27, spread it, and then plough the field.
Sounds good, Scroft. No problem. Use the trailer parked in the shed to get the lime.
Thanks, Arthur. I'll get right on it. Before Scroft leaves, he turns back to Arthur with a question. Before I go, Arthur, what happens with the straw if I plant a crop we can make straw bales from? Do we split that as well, or do you get it?
Yeah, we split it. I think the best way to do that is to count the bales. You keep half, and I keep half. And you can sell your half.
Okay, sounds fair. Thanks for clarifying.
No problem. Now go get that lime.
Right, well, that's that clarified then. I think that's the fairest thing, to be honest. Now, I am still thinking that I'll go with soybeans, because it's got the benefit that I don't have to worry about fertiliser. Soybeans doesn't require any, so yeah, I think we go with soybeans. And then we're going to do no straw anyway, so does it really matter? Probably not. But it is good to know in the future. Because if we do straw, we can get half of the money. Right, I'm just trying to figure this out then. I've got... Yeah, I'll go with this one. Go with the one over here attached to the trailer, and then we'll have to use something in the shop to get it hooked up. But I think the first thing we need to do, definitely, is switch over to Arthur's farm. That way, we're not going crazy if we have to use any cost. Now, I will switch back when we're buying the stuff, because we've got to put some lime on here, but I'm going to try and figure out how much lime it's going to need. Now, it's going to be difficult to kind of judge this, but I'd rather have too much than not enough. And if I can store it, then I'll store it away. But it is a big size field. So I'm going to say if I got 8 bags, maybe 10, that hopefully would sort it out. That's not going to be loads of money. I think 10 bags just to cover herself. So let's get up to the store and go buy these. Ah, there it is. There, the fork, so we can use that to unload it. Now, I'm probably going to have to store it here. It's not like I'm going to be able to store any lime at my house if we don't use it all. So I'll have to keep that in mind, but I'm sure Arthur won't mind. And at least it's ours to use in the future. Any fields that we end up managing a bit more. As soon as we get out in the fields, I will put it up to ×10 as well. But while we're faffing about getting this sorted out, back to the farm as well, I'll keep it on ×1, just to give us a bit more chance in the field. I think we'll be fine anyway, but the ploughing is going to take some time. I definitely want to get it all done in this episode, ploughed and limed. And I'm going to lime it first so I can kind of plough it into the soil. I think that's probably the best shout. At least it's not too far of a drive. Now, I have been looking at Arthur's kind of milk stock at the moment. It's pretty mental. It's getting very close to full. So what I've done is I've set the worker going for him. And it's the milk collection, which is probably going to drive past us in a second. So he's going to do 3 trips, pick up the milk, sell it. So you'll see Arthur's money kind of shooting up. A lot more than ours, put it that way. He's got over 50,000 litres of milk. So at least he can get that sold and bring him in some cash. I think that's his main source of income, hence why I don't think he's actually been that bothered about how his fields are performing and the precision farming score and his yields. But hopefully that'll change now I'm working here, because if I can get, you know, some of that return, then it seems like a no-brainer for me to work on improving that, which then will give him even more money for milk, because the environmental score will go up. He'll get a bonus from everything he sells, including the milk. So it kind of works for both of us. Right, we're at the store. Good old Gary and his MOT and tyre changes. Really fair price as well. And I've moved back over to my bank account, as you can tell. 12,647. We obviously spent a bit to get the fuel, but we're going to buy 10 bags of lime. We're going to try and get the cheapest we can. Doesn't really matter to me as long as it goes on the field and does the job. You can see that this is $350 for 2,000 litres. Now, I wanted 10 bags, which is only $3.5 grand. Yeah, that's not too bad, is it? Right, so there we go. 10 big bags of lime. 3,500, not too bad. We've got this over here to kind of load these on. I'm just trying to think the best place to do this. I might actually move my trailer just to see if I can give myself a bit of a helping hand here. Just get it close to it. But yeah, shouldn't take long at all to do this, now that we've got the tools here. And we've got them as well at Arthur's farm. But I'm glad I can use this. It makes my life a lot easier. So let's get these loaded on. 10 bags will be enough for that field. It's got to be. It's got to be. I know it's got a really poor score when it comes to pH and environmental overall, really. So I'm hoping, you know, it's not going to need more than, like, yeah, I'm hoping that means it's not going to need a hell of a lot, because then we probably haven't got as many as we need. What's going on here? Can't win with this one. Not at all. Let's try this again. There we go. Somehow. That was more problematic than it needs to be. Right, we got there in the end. That was not happy at all. Could not get that to work. Not a good start. Too much faffing about. But this should be straightforward now. We've got the right size on it. Drop them down. Just give them a quick nudge. Should be able to get them back. We'll do the 4 and then the last 2 on the end. Yeah, 10 big bags has got to be enough. I'm expecting to have some left. I mean, I'll probably be like completely wrong here. Let's try and line this up better this time. There we go. Spot on. Much easier. But yeah, if I'm expecting to have maybe some left over. Like I said, I wanted to have more than I need, not enough, because I do want to get it ploughed in. I don't want to mess about. And the good thing about it is we can just drive this trailer up to the spreader and fill it up that way. We've just got to save the lime after that we don't use, so we've got it for the next time round. There we go. It's a bit temperamental, that is. Sometimes it works a treat, other times it's a little bit tricky. There we go, spot on, right in the middle. And we can just reverse this up. At least we've got it there for next time. We'll probably need it again. Definitely not going to need any herbicide though, because we're going to be ploughing. And we're also not going to need any fertiliser because we're going to be doing soybeans. So I think it's a good start crop. Kind of makes the most sense. There we go, job done. So let's switch over. Let's see as well. Let's switch over to Arthur's farm and see if he's had any money come in, because he should have. It looks like it's gone up to me. I haven't seen him drive past though yet. So I wonder if it's been blocked. I just checked and he is actually right by us, so I think we'll follow him back, but he must have just gone and sold the first load of milk, which is great news, hence why he's gone up to 237,000. But yeah, we're back on his farm and his costs now. We've done what we're supposed to do. We've bought 20,000 litres of lime, and yeah, we fought the cost for that. And hopefully now it's a straightforward job of just putting hard work in and using Arthur's equipment. I'm struggling to think if there's anything else we need to buy. It's actually worked out a pretty good deal because we're doing soybeans. Don't need to herbicide because we're ploughing, so we don't have to spend that. We're going to have to buy seeds. That's the one thing we definitely need to do, which is not going to be too much money anyway. But lime is probably the biggest cost. Normally it'd be fertiliser, but like I said, we're pretty good with that. I mean, to try and get the maximum score, we could go into the field, you know, put a bit of herbicide down, but kind of a bit of a con into it at that point. That's where the precision farming has its flaws. I'm going to try overtake him. I'm going to try to do it this extra 2 miles an hour or 3 miles an hour. Looks like he's going about 30. Oh no. What a bad time to do that as I was going uphill. I'm not going to make it. Always reminds me of that really old video with that guy when he overtakes his dad and he's hitting them both in tractors. Oh god, I still think this is a really bad decision now as well, because I'm only 3 miles an hour difference and I've got to get down this hill, which I'm hoping he won't speed up for. Stay there. Stay there. I've got a trailer with lime on it. Just hold back. Oh no. Well, we can do it. We can do it. Just about. Yeah, a little bit impatient, but why not? Right, there we go. Job done. Let's get out in the spreader. It's a decent sized spreader. We can just drive up to the side of them bags, fill up from. We're going into the big 960 here, so the most horsepower. We're going to do the same for the plough as well, because yeah, the plough takes a lot of horsepower. If you're tearing through the ground and turning it over, there's a lot of resistance going on there, hence why ploughs require quite a lot of horsepower to kind of maneuver. Hence why, you know, the lower the kind of cultivation and the lower the, you know, if you're using a disc harrow or a shallow cultivator, which I do like that they added that into FS22. That's another good thing, because before it was just cultivator, disc harrow, but they all pretty much left the same kind of state, whereas now we got like the seed bed state. You know, it can tell if you're doing shallow cultivation or, you know, cultivation or even ploughing. So I like that, I do. I think it is a bit more realistic. I prefer it though if it was, I mean, it could go more in depth though. Loads of ways it could go more in depth, but it's a nice step in the right direction. I'm hoping we get more stuff like that. I mean, a lot of the time I worry that the next game's going to have a load of implements from just the DLCs we've saw that just go into the base game. I'm hoping we get a lot of new stuff on top of already the stuff we've seen in DLCs. That's my guess. Right, so that's one bag gone in. We may as well fill this up just to make our life easier. I mean, this in itself is going to fill up quite a bit, so we'll probably only need to fill this up twice maximum. Right, there we go. So this holds 14,000. That means we only got 6,000. Oh, I didn't do that. I didn't do that. I didn't knock that tractor's tyre then. Luckily, it was only the rubber on the tyre, so no scratches on Arthur's. Yeah, on Arthur's class. Which is pride and joy. But yeah, I was saying it's 14,000 litres full. So we've got 6,000 litres left. I'm just hoping this goes the full distance, but I am now pretty worried. I am. I know that lime is massive, quite a big requirement, but I'm going to do a headland pass and get a good idea of what this is going to do, and then I'll do some up and down stretches. I'll use GPS to kind of maximise the line we've got. We don't want to kind of overlap at any point. It's going to be tricky to try and do that on the headland pass, but we'll try our best, just because, yeah, it's hard to gauge where the edge is. So we might be wasting a little bit now, but yeah, we'll do all right. Just hope we've got enough. Right, there we go. I actually am dead chuffed how I got that spot on. We're left with a tiny bit in there, just over 1,000 litres of lime, and then 2 big bags. So we definitely got I'd say just the right amount above what we needed. It wasn't too bad. Next job, though, is going to be an important one. We need to get this ploughed in. Now, let's just fold that back to like the transport position. And we'll find out the best way to do this. Again, GPS, but it's going to be a long job. Definitely going to be a long job. And I haven't put it up to times 10, so that's my bad. So what I'll do for a bit, I'll put it to times 15. Yeah, for now on. But there we go. We made some more money for Arthur. He's got a good amount there. 28,000, pretty much, and that's all of the milk sold. 2 trips. Not too bad. Right, let's do this then. We'll try and do it where we just keep doing straight lines, and we'll plough away. We'll go in that direction, and we'll sort the tech width out so it's got the size of the plough. Perfect. Just as simple as that as well. It just automatically detects how much is hanging over by. But there we go. We are ploughing in, and it's quite obvious as well because we limed it first. And it's not the smallest plough in the world. It is going to take a bit of time to do. Probably would have preferred to go directly across the edge of that field there, but we'll go diagonally across like this. It's not going to be too bad. But yeah, it's going to take some time though to get this done. I have done a time lapse already. I was probably sticking another time lapse, but what I'll try and do is try and do a few cuts in it so you can see the whole process. It's going to take me quite some time. But if I have to carry on because it's getting dark, I'm going to carry on. We've got rid of times 15 now because I made the mistake of not putting it in times 10. I think we're going to miss that wall. Just about. I'm going to carry on. And hopefully we don't have to do a headland pass. We can just keep doing the up and downs. Now, there is a little bit of a bump there, so that's not ideal. Hopefully we can just about get it, and if not, we'll have to do it from the side on that bit. Now, I would like to turn the plough here, but I don't know how it's going to recognise it. Hopefully it will. Should do. No, it's not, so we're going to have to leave it that side. Just keep doing it up and down like that with the GPS. I mean, it's not difficult to actually do this, but I mean, look at the width on that. That's definitely not correct. Right, there we go. It was a little bit out. It's set at 3.3, but it's actually 3.5. So I'm hoping now that yep, that is spot on right to the edge of that plough. Kind of misleading because of the wheel, but that is the edge of that plough. So we'll crack on. I'll do a bit of a time lapse, like I said, but I'll make sure it's about the length of a song.
I went by your house, what a big mistake. But for a while I thought that I wouldn't break. I need something else to clear my head. Someone to tell me how to live instead. Just open your eyes and take my advice. Stop rolling the dice and just compromise. It's the chance of your life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life. Without any thought, I keep moving on. I don't even care if my soul is gone. So many words that I should have said. Not concerned about how to live instead. Just open your eyes and take my advice. Stop rolling the dice and just compromise. It's the chance of your life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to save. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life. Nothing in life is good. Tired and misunderstood. I would fight if I could. If I believed I should. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to say. Take control of your own life. Okay, try to be brave. You have so much to say. Take control of your own life. Right now, every mistake makes you feel like a fake. Take control of your own life.
Welcome back. It is 10 to 6 and I'm still going. It's going dark, but that's why tractors have lights, so I'm just going to keep going. I have put it to times 10 instead of times 15 now, but yeah, I'm going to keep going. I'm going to keep going until it's done. I hope Arthur doesn't mind me knocking on his door late in the evening, but yeah, we'll get this done. We'll get this done for sure. I mean, if I have to leave a bit, I will leave a bit, but ideally I want to try and get all this done. It's a big job, ploughing always is, but I think we're doing a good job so far. We're making progress. It's just having it at times 15, but now it's down to times 10. Should make things a lot better. I have been using GPS though, but I'm turning the plough and then I'm actually clearing off the GPS course, kind of lining up, and then yeah, going back up and down. But yeah, I'm glad I've got these work lights on because it's get to the point now where I can't see a thing. So I can't actually see where the field starts now, where I'm supposed to be ploughing. But we'll still get this done. Just a bit more of a challenge now. I wish the lights were a little bit stronger though, but they're definitely better than my caddy lights. That's a fact. And hopefully I'm on track there. I think I might need to go a little bit more over. It's difficult to tell. There we go, that's better. But yeah, we're getting through it. It's just going to take a bit of time. So obviously we've done 2 time lapses. I'm not going to make you watch all this now. I'll do a jump cut until I've got it done. Hopefully won't be crazy late. We are going off track there. I'm going to guess 3 hours at times 10 I'll be done. So we're talking 9 o'clock. Definitely going to need some food by the time I'm done at this rate. Going to be starving. Oh, this is a long job. Much bigger than I anticipated, I will be honest. But I think 8 o'clock, I've put it down to times 1 now, and I'm going to call it quits for the night. I think we've done quite a lot. I'm happy with how it's gone, and there also is no rush. Because of the fact, let's just turn that, yeah, because of the fact we're in December and going into January, there's pretty much, we can't plant in or do anything until the spring months. So it's not like we're going to be able to do anything with this crop. We do need to roll it obviously after we've planted, but there's then no need for fertilizer, so it's a straightforward job. So yeah, there's no rush with this at all, so I may as well complete this off in the next in-game day. I might even do a bit of a jump cut, so I might actually just get this completed off camera kind of in between this episode and the next one. And then we'll do a bit of a jump cut into January where we've obviously got to do taxes and all the other stuff that's going to go on. And then maybe do a bit of work for Arthur. But yeah, 8 o'clock. What a long day. Have a look at the map. You can see how much I actually got done in the end. You can see it's not too bad. We've only got a tiny little bit left, really. Just this section here. But overall, we've done well. We've got it limed as well. Best field that's technically on the farm now. We are going to direct seed in as well. Roll, all that good stuff. So you can see, spot on. And the nitrogen won't matter at all, even though it's like 0 kilograms per hectare, because soybeans doesn't require any fertilizer. It actually generates its own. But wow, what a job. Let's turn these lights off and we'll walk down to Arthur, knock on. He probably thinks we've gone home and said nothing to him. It would be like, what are you still doing here? It's a bit late, knock on his door. Hopefully he won't notice. Later in the evening, Scroft returns to Arthur after completing the ploughing and the lime.
Well done, Scroft. You've done a lot today. Things are looking good with that field. What crop have you decided to plant?
I've gone with soybeans, Arthur. They give a good return in harvest yield and also have a high selling price. Plus I don't have to worry about buying fertiliser with that crop.
Sounds like a solid plan. Keep up the good work, Scroft.
Scroft nods, feeling confident about his choice and ready for the next steps in managing Field 27.
Right, head home and I'll see you bright and early in the morning.
Will do. Thanks, Arthur. See you tomorrow. Scroft heads home, feeling accomplished and ready for another productive day on the farm. Oh, there we go. We've earned some more XP. Attention. Well done, Scroft. You've earned 20 XP for today's work. And so I should. It's been a long one. We got it done. And Arthur seems happy, and I'm glad he asked me about the soybeans because, yeah, probably should have let him know what crop I'm deciding. But I'm definitely going to go with that now. But God, let's head home. I think the last thing we'll do is we'll check on our money just to see what it's doing. I do need to switch over as well back to our kind of like bank account. I've also had an idea as well. With it me doing inflation in January and also doing, you know, the pay rise, it'd be nice to open that savings account we were on about, and maybe we can do something about interest. God, the lights on this are really bad. I may as well turn them off. So yeah, I was thinking that it'd be good to have a savings account that we can put money in, and then once a year, say January time, because everything seems to happen on that, you know, the 1st of January, we could have an interest rate, again, a random number that we pick with Alexa, because it's just the easiest way to do it. and that can, yeah, give us a bit of interest. So if we got 10 grand in there, you know, and it's like a random, say we get 5%, then every January, depending on what the account balance is, just before it goes into January, we'll get 5% back return in interest. And then every year we'll kind of randomise that number. I think that's probably the best thing to do. I also need to get a car that's got decent lights, because this is nuts. I mean, it'd be good if you're going around, you know, at night, trying to keep a low profile, but it's not the safest vehicle in the world, is it? I mean, I am speeding right now as well, so I should probably slow down, but ah well, it's been a long day. I just want to get home, get some kind of supper now, and then yeah, I think after that I'm gonna head to bed. But we do need to check the bank account just to kind of give a bit of a recap. I do like to do that because I think it makes this series, I mean, you can't even tell them lights are on, can you? There we go. But I will try. I keep saying I'm going to try to sort that out, but I keep forgetting after. I might make a note. In fact, I'll do it now whilst I'm recording. I'm going to make a note. I know it's not the best thing to do in the video, but I'm just going to make a note right now. So hopefully the next time it gets sorted. So, caddy lights sort. There we go. All in caps as well, so I know. Right. Anyway, let's switch over to our bank account. We'll go back upstairs. And yeah, then I'll get supper, head to bed, and so on. Not bad. We did start off the day with £12,078, but we have had 2 payments there. You can see I spent £64 on fuel. That's the second time I've fueled up in so many months, so I would like it if I could increase that. I know I don't have to travel much in that caddy, but still, when you think about how often you kind of use fuel, pay for fuel, probably should be more, you know, regular that can go down. I might try and see if I can change the consumption rate. I don't know how it works if each vehicle, it's never something I've looked at, if like you can change it per vehicle you use, or if it is just, you know, the settings. I do have that mod that increases fuel consumption, but also I'm using the highest setting in game, so it's on high for fuel consumption, but still it's not high enough. It might be with vehicles because we're out in the fields quite a lot, but still, yeah, for that I think it's not enough. So I'll see if I can increase it when I have a look at the lights, which I definitely will do. And then the last thing we spent was £3,500 on lime, which isn't too bad. I expected it to be a little bit more than that, but I think that's about right. £350, and obviously we bought 10 bags, 2,000 litres each, 20,000 litres in the end, and we ended up with, well, I think we ended up with probably about 5,500 litres left as well, so we only used 3/4 of what we actually purchased, which is great because that can go into the next kind of task we do. But yeah, I think the next episode I'm going to jump to January because a lot's going on in January. We've got the increases, we've got the pay rise, we've got the tax, and we'll have a look at what else is on offer in that episode. Maybe Arthur's just got a steady job for us. With it being January, I think probably the best thing to do is maybe try and get out in the fields, spread a bit of slurry, something like that, but we'll see. We'll see what I can plan out. On that note, I am going to leave the video there. Thank you so much for watching. It's been a long one for me playing, but I've really enjoyed it. There's nothing better than chilling out, playing Farming Simulator, and making content for you guys. So yeah, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. If you've enjoyed it, give it a thumbs up because it really does help my channel out. And if you're new to this channel and you're enjoying the content I'm making, hit that subscribe button for more videos just like this one on Farming Simulator. See you, everybody.